Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tilted Table for a very special digital edition of the stream that we are super excited about tonight. We have a special guest who is joining us over a Discord call and is in the game with us. Sam from SlugFest, why don't you say hello?
Hello. How's everybody doing?
So we hope you all are as excited for tonight as we are, because we have for you a sneak digital preview of a game that is on Kickstarter right now. Sam, do you want to tell us a little bit about this game?
Sure. So this game here is On Guard. It is a reprint of a game that we published back in 2003, I believe. So old school Slugfest games. It is the cinematic battle fighting card game for impeccably dressed Renaissance era fencer in a cliffside duel to the death.
So it's Princess Bride, the card game without any IP.
Correct. It's all of that Mask of Zorro, Errol Flynn, Princess Bride fencing, everything you wanted from those fights in cinematic, have at you detail
in a card game. Yes. This is very exciting. Awesome. So, let's see. If you all want to check out the campaign, we'll put the link in now and also throughout tonight. You can get there with !KS, and you can go check out the campaign, which is live now for what, another 5 days?
Yes. We wrap up on Monday. Yeah. Monday the 10th. Yeah.
So for those of you who are thinking about backing it, they already have over 350 backers and are well funded. This is gonna be an awesome game. All right. So Sam, why don't you tell us a little bit about how we play On Guard?
All right. Well, On Guard is a very straightforward. You're going to be playing cards. So we have a common draw deck. Are those things upside down? There we go. I'm going to start grabbing some cards to show off. So an enhancement, fancy move, attack, press, item, restore, and I just need response. There we go.
Wow. They're so pretty up close.
Yes. I would suggest go top down. All right, so we have a number of different cards here. And the most important ones are these attacks, these responses, and these presses. So we'll talk about those first. In this game, you have Poise, which is tracked right over here. We both start with 10 points. And then you also have no poise. The goal of the game is to reduce your opponent down to no poise, and then finally stab them. So you can imagine you're slashing off the buttons of their shirt to, make a point, and then you're finally running them through with your sword. As long as you have poise, you cannot be eliminated from the game. Okay. And the way you lose poise is you are attacked. So we will be playing attack cards against one another to initiate a furious exchange of cards. You're going to want to block those attack cards with your responses, and I'm going to want to press your responses out of the way and basically press my attack to remove the response. Okay. So you can think of it as a spell. So one of us will start off, and then we'll start fighting over whether or not this attack makes it through, or if you respond with your own attacks. And then everything else enhances that. So we have we have item cards, which provide you a flat bonus to usually to your attacks or your hits. So if it's got the +1, all of your attacks get +1. If it's got a shield, then you take 1 less damage whenever you're hit.
Got it.
We have enhancements, which you play with attacks. Normally, you're only allowed to play 1 card at a time, and enhancements break that rule because you must play them alongside an attack. So you can't enhance an attack after you've already played it.
Okay.
Then we have fancy moves. Fancy moves do a little of everything, and they all do unique stuff, so you'll just need to read what it does when we get there. And then finally, we have restore cards, and there's not a whole bunch of them, and they're going to allow you to regain some of your points.
Okay.
And that's the basic gist of the game. It's important to note that there is a pistol floating around in this deck. It's a very important card. When you see it used in your hand or used against you, like, whoa! But as long as you have some amount of poise, nothing can take you out, even the pistol.
Okay.
And I think it's easiest to just dive in and play a few hands and go, oh, this is quite elegant.
Perfect.
So what I want you to do is go ahead and draw a hand of 9 cards, and I will stop stream sniping you.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. I'm going to move this so you all can see my hand a little bit better.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So let's take a look at these, chat.
Ooh.
Get a nice close-up.
So like all SlugFest games, you start your turn off by doing a mulligan. So you can discard any cards you don't like and then draw up to, in this case, 9 cards. Okay. Then you may play any cards you want from your hand. You can play any number of items, but you can only have 1 item equipped because it's assumed that one of your hands is occupied with the sword you brought to the sword fight. And all of the other items that you can equip are offhand. So it's a buckler or a main couch or something. Or your rolled up cloak.
Okay.
Then there are also restore cards. You can play any number of those on your turn. It is advisable to play them after an exchange, but they can only be played on your turn. And then you may initiate 1 exchange. And the exchange is the bread and butter for the game. And so I'm going to go ahead and take the first turn, and I'm not going to pitch anything from my hand because I'm going to pretend that it is amazing.
Totally. Ours is amazing too. We know this.
Oh, exactly. I'm just coming off of PAX, so I know what I'm up to, and I'm just going to start off with a thrust, and it's just going to be a nice, happy thrust. So it's an attack card. It does 2 damage, and it's coming your way. What you're going to want to do is look at your hand and see if you have any response cards or fancy moves you would like to play. A response will usually block. It will say it'll block an attack or have a armor icon and reduce an attack by X amount of damage. Fancy moves will do all sorts of. So you're going to take the defensive stance fancy move, which means not only is this attack reduced by 2 damage, all of my attacks this turn reduced by 2 damage. So we're just going to keep that over. And I'm going to be like, well, that's not good. That's not good at all. I'm going to play a special attack. So normally, I wouldn't be able to play another attack because there are attacks on the field. But lunge allows me to. So if you zoom in on lunge, if there are no unblocked attacks against me, I may play this attack even if the field isn't empty. And you'll notice it has a little 1 up here. That 1 means that when I lunge, my shirt becomes untucked and I lose a point of poise. But now I have a lunge coming your way. And I'm going to enhance it with Icy and Opening, which gives it another +1. So that brings it up to 4 damage. So it'll get through your defensive stance. So that's my play, and then it becomes your play.
Okay. What can we do, chat? Oh, that seems useful. All right. So, just so I'm understanding the enhancement correctly, currently, one way to do this is your lunge is worth 4, but then my defensive stance removes 2.
Correct.
And so then it'd be worth 2. Or you could ignore... Oh, wait, it ignores item defense, which I don't have. Got it. Okay.
Correct.
That's specifically items. Okay. I was wondering why you didn't use the first one, but that makes sense. All right, so I think we're going to play Superior Technique. to remove your
lame.
lunge.
All right, so that lunge is just removed from play.
So
and I am
chat,
saddened.
what I did is I removed an attack along with any enhancements or responses associated with it. I may even play this card after another card has ended the exchange.
All right, so that fancy move will go away because it has resolved all of its. And I am sad. And I choose not to follow up. I could continue to play cards, but this fancy move kind of makes pursuing not the best. So I'm going to go ahead and pass, and the exchange ends as soon as either player decides to pass. Okay. So if you don't have a whole bunch of blocks in your hand or ways to mitigate damage, then you may just allow my first attack to hit you if it's not terribly large. If it only hits you for 2, you'd be like, yeah, I'll take the hit for 2 instead of the potential 6 more that you're going to throw into this if we continue. Is the
person whose turn it is the only one who can play attack cards?
No. So if you had played a parry riposte, or which is a response that allows you to counterattack, then I would be forced on the defensive on my own turn. Or if you played the fancy move, Taste My Blade.
Got it. I'm happy to let it pass.
Yeah. Well, you don't get a choice. Because I allowed it to pass. So my attack bounces off of your defensive technique, and I am sad. I look at my hand. After the exchange, I can play items or restore cards.
Kit with the 11-month resub. Woo indeed. Thank you so much for that. That was amazing. Welcome to the stream.
There's a little.
We are playing on Garde for those of you who are just joining us. ! KS to check out the campaign while we're playing. It is live right now. And I think we are just finishing up Sam's first turn.
Yes. So we're going to dive into your turn. Go ahead and discard any cards you do not like, and then draw up to a hand of 9. Seeing as how you probably don't know what most cards do, if you have more than one item, discard your extra items. Lunges are really good. Disarm, not so much right now because I don't have any items myself. Slashes are better than thrusts, but thrusts are cheap. Okay.
I think, let's see, I have 7 cards, so I need to drop to 9, so I'm just going to draw 2.
All right.
What was it that you said was really cheap?
Thrusts. They are common and not fancy.
Okay. Has he... Chat wants to know if you've made many dad jokes yet.
I frequently do. There were plenty of them in today.
So I think what we're going to do here is going to be a lunge.
You're just going to dive into me.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that costs you a poise to play.
Yep.
And I'm going to play a response. It's a parry riposte. It will block this attack, and I may pay a poise to attack back. Which I will. I will attack back with Flash.
Okay. Okay.
Now you have a couple of options available to you. You can respond to my attack, but Slash may not be responded to with parry riposte. So you have to come up with some other fancy way. Or you can press your way through my parry riposte, and then we will stab one another, but your stab is bigger.
Yeah. So I think that is... Wait, when would I play Enhancements?
Oh, you would play Enhancements along with you. Pretend you did.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I don't know if this changes what you're doing, but I definitely want to make that a Masterful Strike.
Oh, it just makes my block even better. But it will make your coupe even better. So you play a Masterful Strike, so go ahead and lose another point of poise, because while you're showboating, your handkerchief drops out of your coat pocket.
Yep. So now I'm at... This lunge is at 6.
Yes.
And then, I'm going to play a coupe to remove your parry riposte, because I don't want to be blocked.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm going to declare that you shall taste my blade and ignore your attack and play additional attacks at you.
He's going in. Okay.
And I'm going to be somewhat smart about it and use a furious assault.
Assault. Okay, so
you may not
responses
respond to
be
my
played.
thrust.
Got it. Okay. I am happy to pass.
Yeah, you're probably good with that. It would only get worse.
It's 6-4. Seems reasonable.
This is pretty bad. So this 6 will be dealt to me. So 7 minus 6 is usually 1.
Woohoo! And you do 4 to me, which puts me at 4.
Yes. And then
we clean up everything.
Is clear.
And then I have the opportunity to play additional cards before the end of my turn, correct?
Correct, but you can no longer start an exchange. So you got to hold on to those attacks.
But I can play that. Yeah. So I get 2 poise, correct?
Yes.
Haha! We found our second win, chat.
Brilliant.
Oh,
and now I will describe to you the second most fascinating part about this game. No poise. So I am at 1 poise right now. If I were to take another 6 damage attack, I would just be reduced to no poise. So it's like this last point of poise is infinitely large.
Right. I just need to do some amount of damage.
Yes. However, once I am at no poise, all those cards I've been playing that have cost me poise no longer cost me poise. Because I am no longer fighting for honor. I am fighting to survive.
Right.
So, yes, flailing arm and lots of stabbing.
Okay.
I'm going to hold on to this card. No, I'm not. Yes.
And then do I win by hitting you again once you have no poise?
Correct.
Okay. So as long as I hit you with anything.
Anything would do me in.
Okay. So you become a little bit more powerful when you have no poise, but your back's against the wall.
Yes. Whew.
Okay.
Well, this is a mighty scary hand here.
Fighting without honor. State ain't so. Windmill arms.
It would be fighting without armor. This hand isn't too good. But you're not holding on to a whole bunch of cards. You've only got 4 left. So
5.
I might get 5. I'm going to equip a cloak.
Ooh.
Which is a wonderful
card. This card as though it were a fancy move. Remove an attack. Oh, nice.
Yes.
And it reduces all attacks by 1?
Yes, so it'll give me 1 point of passive reduction, armor damage reduction. But seeing as how I only have 1 hit point, any attack will probably do. I'm going to go ahead and throw a thrust at you.
Okay.
Just a thrust, no enhancement. I'm exploring my options.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it be for now.
All right. Well, then it stabs you.
Ow.
Yeah, that was probably the correct play because it is very likely that I was drawing you trapped.
Yeah, I'm okay with just taking a little bit of damage here.
Just a little bit of damage. Maintain your advantage. All right. And that's going to be it for my turn.
Okay, so I need to draw 4. 4. All right, let's see what we've got, chat. Got one of those. We got one of those. Oh, we got one of those. And we got one of those. Okay. So I'm going... It's Sam. Traps are normal. True story. Okay. So I'm going to have a second sword here.
Because there's no kill like overkill.
Right. Might as well give you something to deal with.
Yeah, for those of you watching at home, this is actually not a... Because there are many defensive cards that are just give me some damage reduction, and now literally every attack he can throw at me in the game will be lethal. Well, will cause poise damage. I can't block it with me.
as long as the attack hits, it will overcome your cloak because I have a second sword.
Exactly.
And then we're going to hit you with one of these.
It's a lunge. Thank you for damaging yourself on my behalf.
Shock, right?
I'm going to do the strange. I'm going to have the strange decision of not falling into the trap and just dropping to no poise.
Okay. I'm okay with this.
As long as he doesn't, as long as he can't attack me at no poise, I should be good. Quick, pull a third sword out.
Yeah, right. I mean, I could, even if I could add more attacks, it all would have been bundled up into that one attack that dropped you to no poise, right?
Exactly. So all the damage is dealt at the same time.
Yep. So if I'm gonna hit you, you might as well not waste cards and then save it for when you're about to die.
Yes. Unless, of course, I had the capability of hitting you back. In which case, I would absolutely, because if I could get you to no poise before I get to my turn.
That would be really great for you. Yeah,
really,
quick, pull a third sword out. Okay. I think I am done for the turn.
Items?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Gonna get rid of this main gouge. I'm gonna keep. I don't need to disarm you because any attack will do me in. These are all quite good if I can get the right kinds of follow-ups.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. All right. 1, 2,
We've
3,
got
4,
him on the ropes, chat.
4 new cards. Well, that's good. Oh, that's good. These are all good. We're going to redact and instead do something. So we're going to lunge, and it's going to be a furious lunge. So you may not play a response to this attack.
Okay.
And I didn't have to pay the 2 points. Play it.
Right. So instead of any response that I may or may not have, I'm just going to go into my defensive stance.
Very good.
Haha! 2 shields against each attack.
Yes.
Do you have anything you want to add to this?
Oh yeah, I will lunge a second time.
Okay.
This one may be responded to, which may be a problem.
Yeah, we're gonna parry riposte.
Okay.
And block it.
Go down 1 poise. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go down 1 poise, and we're going to lunge at you.
Oh, you'll go down another poise.
Yes. This seems like a worthwhile sacrifice to make at this time.
Fortunately, I have this cloak, so I'm going to remove this lunge.
Okay.
And we go back to you. There you go.
So, if I were to go down to no poise and we both hit each other, do we both lose? How does that work?
Yes, we will have stabbed one another in very Olympic style fence.
Okay.
But currently, I'm the only one doing the stabbing.
Right. But, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so there's no point in me continuing to try and do damage to you unless I can stop your damage from taking place.
Correct. Well, I mean, if you could do damage to me, you would drop to no poise, and I would die.
But your attack would then hit me after I was at no poise, and I would also die, right?
Yes.
Right. If I did something that caused my poise to drop, then yeah. Okay. I think I'm good as is, which just I let your attack resolve, and it drops to no poise. But
sounds good. And then I'm going to follow that up with a very gentle pause, and we will each gain a poise.
Oh, interesting. Pull out a carrot sword. It's magical. All right, we're going to get rid of a. Oops, that went way over there somewhere.
There's
there we go. There we go. I got it.
Extra hands.
All right. So we are going to discard that coupe and draw 6 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see what we got, chat.
He's got me on the ropes, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do me in.
Ooh.
All right, chat, does he have the pistol?
Ooh. Ah. You decided to skip Pack South and get tickets for Origins? Nice.
No, coincidentally, we'll be at Origins.
When is Origins? I haven't thought that far ahead yet in my life.
June? July?
Okay. We're gonna start with a slash.
Oh.
June? Okay.
Oh, so I can't counterattack. Yeah, it's June.
Aha, yes, that's correct. You may not parry riposte.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Sam, stop looking at chat.
I'm gonna just superior technique that slash.
Okay, so you're removing my
because
attack.
It illustrates another feature of the game. So with the field empty, you can play any attack to continue the exchange, not only Lund.
Great. Have a thrust.
All right, that'll hit me. I accept. Anything else? Any restoration, new items?
Nope. I think I'm good. I like this board state.
Yeah, it's a good board state for you. But you got me down to no poise rather quickly, and yet somehow you're also there.
I mean, at least 5 of the poise I lost was by choice.
Well, true. Or did I make you?
I'm pretty sure my opening hand had like 4 lunges in it.
Whew, that's rough.
So that's why I kept playing lunges.
I don't like your second sword anymore, so I'm going to use a special attack, Disarm. At the end of this exchange, before damage, the target discards their item, even if this attack has been blocked.
Okay.
And it's just, it's just 1 damage coming in.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna parry riposte. Into a thrust.
Into a thrust. Aha. So that's going to reduce you to no points.
Yes, it is.
Someone thinks they've got the drop on me.
Maybe, maybe not.
I will parry riposte into a slash.
Okay. We're gonna coupe that parry riposte.
Okay, so you are okay with us both dying.
Let's see if you're okay with it.
Am I okay with us both dying?
Yeah.
I'm going to play the fancy move Disengage, which clears the field.
Okay.
It's back to your turn in the exchange, and it's an empty field, so you can play an attack.
Okay. Have a thrust.
Blast. I was banking on you not having an attack anymore. Taste my blade, a thrust right back at you. And it's a powerful strike because I
why
demand
not?
to be on top. Yes. And then if you block this, I'll be sad.
It does mean I keep my sword, right? Because you cleared the field and the exchange wasn't over.
Yes, your body will hold on to the sword while it dies.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Oh, blast. So we fall on one another's swords and are both eliminated from the game.
I mean, I have another lunge. And if your earlier attack had resolved, I had another sword. I did, in fact, have the 3rd sword. Sam gets double stabbed. That is correct.
Quite the stabbing. So there you go. That's On Guard in a nutshell. Super quick demo.
Awesome.
And there you go. It's so toy.
So
and we both had poise restoration. We couldn't.
Yep.
You see, I thought I was going to be clever in my poise restoration after I tagged you. I was really close. So
You were.
when you only had 4 cards in your hand, 2 of them were attacks. Unfortunately, that disengage maybe should have been played slightly early, like after the first parry or post.
At one point, I had 3 coupes and a lunge, and that was all I had.
You were like, that lunge will definitely get through.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. I mean, I'd be down to do another game, but first, why don't you tell us a little bit about what people are getting from the Kickstarter?
So, on Kickstarter, would sending you images help? Let's see. So this is a strange beast of a Kickstarter. For a number of reasons. One, it's if you go look at it, it's like funded thousands of times over, tens of thousands of times over. Something like that. It's ridiculously overfunded.
It is
but that's
perhaps
because,
the most overfunded Kickstarter in board game history.
Yeah, but I mean that's because we couldn't like set a 0 as the initial fund.
Right.
Because On Garde is a game that's been around for a while, and when it went out of print, I want to say 5 or so years ago, maybe 7 years ago, we would get a couple of people asking about it. And, hey, it'd be really cool if you guys reprinted it. And the problem was Cliff Bohm at the time, the hard drive that he had, he was one of the original founders of SlugFest games. The hard drive he had that had all of the image files for the exploded.
Oh no!
So the only version of the game that we had was all of the flattened image files for the various components.
Right.
And which meant it was a very heavy, and to make it look good still required a lot of cleanup work to scrub the boxes and reformat the cards, because printing resolutions changed between them. And then we also wanted to like tweak the wording and improve other aspects of it, so that cards were less cluttered, because it was 2003. It was designed to look like a card in 2003, not a card post boom of new games.
Yeah, exactly.
So we kind of like sat on our laurels about it, and then a couple of years ago, the number of requests like skyrocketed. And I'm not exactly sure why, but we get dozens of requests now.
Someone with a copy started taking it to every con,
I guess. But like, when it went from like a couple of people every now and then to many people all the time. And we're like, okay, well, that means we could definitely, it is now worth it to make it a pet project, and it's a game that Jeff likes to play around with, and I like. So Jeff went in and scrubbed all the cards and reworded some of the stuff. Me and Jeff are actually meeting tomorrow to finalize the new card texts and that sort of thing, now that we've got a bunch of blind playtesting as well.
Nice.
And so that became a product that we couldn't we didn't feel it's when it sold out, it was selling so slowly that it was like, can we do a multi-thousand unit print run for this? So, which was another reason why we were holding back on it. When we started doing Kickstarters, we started doing promos. Red Dragon Inn, the promo drink cards and the promo prizes now, and those were so popular, and the resolution of the cards and the snappiness, basically manufacturing the cards, so good. We were making them print on demand through a company called Drive Through Cards in the US.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, hey, they do all the print on demand for our promo cards. Let's just make a print on demand version of On Garde. So
makes sense.
That became the product. So it's the 95 card deck plus character mats. You'll need to download and print out the rules PDF yourself. It supports 2 to 6 players. Someone asked in chat. Kitsume.
Oh, nice. Yes.
And 2 to 6 players, the math on how much you invest in a particular exchange changes dramatically. Anyway, back to story time. We were like, okay, we can print on demand. All right, cool. So it's solved. This holiday season, we'll throw it up on our website, and there we go. And then, as a bit of fun on my side, like, hey, why don't I do the numbers and figure out how many pre-orders would need to happen for us to, instead of going through print on demand, go through manufacturing and have an actual, in the box game with larger player mats, Poise tracking bits, and a printout of the, all the stuff you expect from a game off the shelf.
Right.
So I did that math, and I'm like, oh, well, that math isn't too atrocious. So that math came out to being, if we could do $23,000 of pre-orders, we could just elevate the product to a full game with off the shelf expectations.
Right.
And that means, well, then we turn to Kickstarter. I mean, this program, and the best part is that, like, the very first person who pledges gets a game regardless, like with all of it. So it's a complete game. We're about we're over a third of the way to the final stretch, awesome. Final and only stretch. So we'll see if we get there. If we don't, then everyone gets the perk of, well, as soon as Kickstarter releases the funding to us, we'll mail them the game, and they'll have it by January, which means, like, the campaign has like a 1 month turnaround, which is unheard of.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And if it does hit the funding goal, then every copy gets upgraded, and people have to wait a little bit longer. I think we said that it will deliver in May.
Okay.
If we hit the funding
that's
goal.
Not bad.
Sorry, the stretch goal.
Right.
But there we go. So it's a very weird campaign. Like, all of the stretch goals everyone else does just piled into one actual. And it comes from the philosophy that we've had approaching Kickstarter. We're just like, you don't deserve parts of a game. You deserve an entire game. And if we could do something fancy because we hit a certain, you deserve more.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, if I'm understanding it correctly, you basically, if you back today, you get the game, and if the campaign reaches $23,000 in funding, then you get an even nicer game for the same amount that you already backed for.
Correct.
That's really cool. And it's what, $20? So yeah. It's like not expensive either.
Yeah, we have exactly one pledge level, $20. Easy
cool.
Peasy. If you want multiple copies, you don't need multiple copies, but there's $3 shipping because shipping's this awkward thing with the prices. So we're like, well, I mean,
yeah, it seems fine.
But if you order multiple copies, pay shipping. So if you want to like get one for yourself and a friend or something, you just over pledge by an additional $20.
Post holiday gifts for your whole family.
Now. Yes.
Woohoo!
Post holiday gifts.
New backer celebration. Woo!
Woo!
Cool. So if you're playing this with more than 2 players, does an exchange get formulated with a single opponent?
So an exchange is always a one-on-one because we are gentlemen here. However, you start thinking about the metagame and going like, okay, how many cards can I spend on this exchange, knowing that if I spend too many, the next opponent might decide to pick on me while I'm weak.
Right.
But then the other added wrinkle is that no poise thing. You were up like 6 poise, but you had to end up spending so much more poise to try and take me out that it closed the gap. Either because I was able to play cards that threatened you enough that you had to spend poise, or I was able to play cards that stopped you from easily eliminating.
Right.
So in a multiplayer game, you're always thinking about, okay, how weak can I make my resources without inviting other people to attack me? Versus, all right, so that person's almost eliminated. How much will I have to invest to take them out of the game so that I'm not in a bad position after I've eliminated? Because the player that you are eliminating will happily play every card.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. How does the playtime vary based on like the number of players in your experience?
It's really short. So I mean, we played our game with explanation in less sub 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, easily.
Like way sub 30 minutes. I think I spent more time talking about the Kickstarter campaign than this one. Like additional players will add anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes.
Makes sense.
As soon as players know how the game works, and part of it's like we put in icons to make card just like I visually know what this card does because the thrust does 2 damage. I don't have to read anything.
Right.
Like we went through to try and polish some of that. We're polishing some of the other words. Like for example, superior technique still has a little bit of text that says can be played after another card ends the exchange. Well, we removed that as a concept because the exchange is the fun part. So we didn't want to have anything actually just cold stop and exchange anymore, and we forgot to like remove that from the text there. But that's what me and Jeff are meeting about tomorrow.
Makes sense.
Just like going through and scrolling the cards down to their most concise versions.
Cool. So yeah, I if you have time, Sam, I'd love to show people one more playthrough. Sure. Since it's pretty quick. But before we do that, there is one other thing that I want to talk to you viewers about, which is next week we're going to do another digital game. And I don't know exactly which game we are going to do yet, but I can tell you that it is going to be a game from the Asmodee Digital Humble Bundle that is live right now. If you type !bundle, you can pick it up. We are at Tilted Table a humble partner, so you can pick it up and support the stream at the same time. So we will be choosing a game from that bundle to play, and if you want to play with us, you can absolutely do that. We can make that work. So say something in Discord if there's a particular game you want to play, and we'll figure it out this week. And if you want to play with us, then let us know, and we can get you in Discord and set that up for next week's digital game.
Fancy.
So yeah, that's all I had. Let's dive into another playthrough for all of you so you can see how this game works once again.
All right, and you can go first this time.
Okay. So draw 9. So well last time. Right. Did the link not work, Dark Citadel? That would be bad.
That would be bad.
Oh, I know why the link didn't work. Give me 2 seconds, chat. I mistyped it because I was thinking about something else. And give me 2 seconds to fix it. I'm a derp. And I used the wrong domain name for that command when I was setting it up.
Oh my.
All right, try that command again. !bundle. It should work now. That should be a better link, hopefully. I'm going to click on it myself just to be sure. Hey, it works. Sorry about that. Thanks for saying something. I downloaded all of the mobile games from this bundle when I went to PAX Unplugged, and I was playing them all on the airplane, which was pretty awesome. I haven't checked out most of the Steam games yet, so I'm looking forward to that. So if there is a game that you want to play or you want to see us play from that bundle next week, say something in chat or in Discord, and we will figure it out. All right, I need to look at my hand. Let's see what we've got here.
Oh, it's quite good. I promise I wasn't.
Look at all the. Oh wow, 9 lunges. What? Okay. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Okay. I think I'm actually going to keep this hand.
All right.
So the first thing that we're going to do... What's that? A million hidden blades? Yeah. First thing we're going to do is put on a buckler.
Oh my.
Because that seems fun. And then we are going to thrust.
Just a thrust?
Furiously.
Oh. A furious thrust.
Yes.
How ferocious.
So,
all right.
Chat, what that means is I have my normal 2 damage thrust attack, and because it's furious, responses may not be played against this attack.
And it costs you a poise.
Ah, yes, thank you.
Because you're running at me, so you've scuffed your shoes. How dare you?
Yep, how dare I?
I could do something about this, but instead, I will allow it to hit me.
That's what I thought. Ha ha ha.
Because someone who didn't discard anything from probably has a better hand than me. Or don't know what they're doing. Ha ha!
Ha ha! Wouldn't you like to know which of those it was? I think I'm good.
Learning today. All right.
Yeah.
So
you aren't being elegant when you run. That's right.
Yes. I'm gonna get rid of this. And do I get rid of this? I think I do. I think I do discard that.
Ooh.
I know.
He's getting rid of a lunge. Ooh.
And a coupe. All right, let's draw 3 new cards. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, so I'll just equip my main gauche. Look, we get to see all of the weapons, all of the items.
That's so gauche.
I know. You know what's a really safe attack? Slash. And I am masterful.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could do about this. You should just take the damage.
I think there's something I can do about it. It's just not parry riposte.
Yes.
We're gonna go ahead and do a partial parry.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. So this card cannot be affected by press cards, gives me another 2, so I would only take 1 poise of damage.
In toto.
You need a punjar and a top hat.
Main gauche.
Oh yeah, 2, sorry. Yes, the main gauche.
It makes me the main dude.
Yep.
Well, you aren't attacking me, so I will lunge to press my advantage, and that too shall be mastered.
Okay.
We'll just take my poise down.
Okay. We're gonna parry riposte that one.
That's fair.
And then we're gonna pay 1. And we are going to lunge. And I see an opening. And I'm gonna go ahead. It doesn't actually matter which of these 2 options I pick because your item defense is 1 and I can get a +1. So it's a net 1 either way.
Correct. So that's going to cost you a poise to lunge back.
Yes.
And I'm going to superior technique to just remove the entire attack. Well, okay. I'll leave that there because you might superior technique my superior technique.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
All right. I'm okay with this.
So you did that. And then I lunged.
Ah, snap. You caught me with your trap card.
Because yes.
I think this can resolve. So this lunge hits me for 2. 1,
Yep.
2. This was all blocked.
It's all about the lunges,
and then
chat.
This masterful main gouge slash hits you for 2.
For 1. Because I have 2 and 2 and you're... Oh, wait, no, you're right, for 2 because of the main gouge. I keep forgetting about that thing. Okay. So I get hit for 2. Great.
All right.
And those all go away. And I get
that I have had a second wind.
Ooh, this whole time.
And thus have maintained parity.
For Humble Bundle, you can definitely buy as a guest without logging in. It just asks for your email address, and then they send you an email that allows you to redeem it. In fact, when I bought this bundle, I bought it as a guest because I didn't want to log in on my phone, even though I already had an account. And then I was able to later go to the email and then claim the purchases under my account because it was tied to my email. Their system's pretty slick.
Yeah.
All right. So I need to draw.
I combined it across a whole bunch of different accounts.
Yeah.
Now I have a monolithic.
I need to draw 8 or 9 cards, depending if I want to get rid of the one that I have. Since it's literally 1 card, I don't think there's a huge benefit to discarding it because I don't know what else I have. So I'm just gonna draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
We had very evenly matched aggressive.
We did. Yeah. Quick play Exodia. Okay. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to slash.
It's a slash.
Yes. For
2. I will take a defensive stance.
Okay.
So it's important to note that defensive stance doesn't block the slash. So if it got back to me and for whatever reason he still wasn't attacking me, he didn't have another attack coming my way, I wouldn't be able to launch because this slash is unanswered.
I think we are going to...
Hopefully this just shuts down your offense, but we'll see. That's why I felt confident going all in on my turn.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm actually fine just leaving that as is.
Ping. A wise decision.
And then I am going to catch my breath.
Very good.
And I think that's it.
All right. I get 8 new cards.
Dun dun dun!
Let's see. Ooh. Oh my.
Is there a cup of tea card?
Yes. Yes, there is. It's not the cup of tea. It's one of the yes, a moment's pause is everyone takes a swig from whatever they happen to be drinking.
That's fantastic.
Well, this is unfortunate. We are going to just throw a simple slash at you. Safe. It will do a point of damage. If you do nothing about it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm okay with this.
As you should be.
All right. Anything else you'd like to play on your turn?
No, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
Okay.
I just need to keep you down.
I'm gonna get rid of that thrust. Get rid of that thrust. Let me get rid of that coupe. And we're going to draw 4.
I mean, we just had a feast, so it's appropriate that we are famine now.
Yeah, basically.
All
right, what do we get here?
So aggressive.
Interesting. Interesting. All right. Well, if I would like to play another item, do I just discard the one I have?
Correct.
Right.
There's no penalty to discarding it other than no bug. A second sword.
He's shocked, right? Who would have seen that coming?
It's an arms race.
Yeah. What would you possibly replace a buckler with?
A pistol.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. Haven't seen that yet. Or have I? We're going to thrust, and we're going to thrust powerfully for 4 after your defense.
That is a violent attack.
Hiya!
I'm going to disengage and clear the board, unless your superior technique says.
No, I'm okay with this.
Okay, so you can attack me once more, and because the field is empty, you can attack with any attack, just a lunge.
I'm gonna play a lunge anyways.
Going for the lunge anyways.
So again 4.
It is 3, 4, 5. Actually.
-1.
Oh, -1, yes. So 4, which happens to be enough to knock me down.
Indeed.
Am I okay with this?
Should you do nothing? Should you do nothing?
I choose to do nothing.
Okay. I'm actually pretty good with this. Yeah, I'm just gonna end my turn. We're doing it, chat.
Oh ho.
We're just gonna wait for the opportune time to play this card. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I walked into Sam's trap because now he can play things for free.
I know.
That he didn't have because he needed a discard to draw them.
All right, so we're going to start off by swapping out this Mangosh for a fanciful cloak.
Ooh.
Which will hopefully solve my problems. And
hopefully.
we're going to dive in with a lunge.
Okay.
For a nice hit for 3.
Okay. We are going to partial parry.
Partially parry it.
Yes. Cannot be affected by press cards. Ha ha ha.
All right. I'll allow that. Mostly because I can't stop you from I'm going to lunge a second time, this time ferociously. Furiously.
Ooh.
So that, if you thought you were going to bait me out into a longer exchange and then parry riposte, haha, no.
No, I'm good with this. So I take 4.
It looks
I believe.
You are correct.
Okay. Pucha!
And then I've got my cloak, which is nice, and I'm going to tuck in my shirt.
Okay.
And enjoy my 1 point.
Right.
And 4 cards. God, I spent a lot of time this turn.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and discard that strong arm and that parry riposte. We're going to draw 7.
I did read. Or you just didn't have an option. But I like to think that I did successfully read your play.
Right. Wouldn't you like to know? Interesting.
I see you've studied your Cavelli.
Yeah, right.
You expect me to do this? Not if I've studied my group,
okay.
Which I have.
I am going to lightly poke at you with a disarm.
Oh, well then. Indeed. Well, I'm going to do the smart thing and use my cloak to get rid of your disarm. Because I might as well.
The attack. Yep.
And now you may follow up with any attack you're choosing.
Yeah, conveniently. I can follow up with any attack of my choosing. So I'm going to disarm you!
Ah, someone has very few options. or they're just you only need to do one.
It's true. I only need to do one.
I am struck. How dare you?
Okay. Then I would like to wipe my brow with my right hand because I'm not left-handed.
Oh no!
And gain 4 poise.
4 poise. That's not good.
That's great. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that is a bad position to be in. Let's get 8 new cards.
Here we go, chat. This is our opportunity. Perhaps we should press the advantage.
You see what we did there? All right, so
too bad Sam doesn't have any response cards. Oh, perhaps I should disarm you.
One would hope you're out of them, but who knows? I'm going to thrust. Just a simple thrust.
Okay. I am going to parry riposte.
Okay.
And I am not going to pay.
Okay.
I'm just going to block that attack.
You're only going to block.
Yep.
Then I will think to myself. What
Jordan sit in the corner.
We are going to lunge.
Okay.
And yeah, we're going to lunge.
Okay.
Just a happy lunge.
We're going to parry riposte.
Oh, all right. Someone's blocking.
Yeah. And I think we're good.
You're thinking about it.
No, I think we're good.
You think we're good? Okay, I'm going to coupe the lunge. Or sorry, I'm going to coupe the parry riposte that blocks my lunge.
Right. Okay. Seems fine. I take 3.
Yes. Good.
But because I didn't pay to parry riposte, I have poise.
You still have poise. Well, I was going to give you a point of poise back anyway, because I'm deathly afraid of catching a pistol to the face. So a moment's pause. Because one of us is going to be drawing it quite soon. So the pistol, by the way, is the tiebreaker. Basically, it puts a... it's not guaranteed to end the game, but if you're in the know, there's a little bit of a clock that you need to be watching out for.
Okay.
That's why we put it on the cover art. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. We're going to get rid of that coupe, and we're going to draw 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And let's check these cards out, chat.
More disarms.
Wouldn't you like to know? Bum bum ba-dum 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 ba-dum. Well, I think the right place to start here is in fact a disarm.
Balderdash.
For 3. -1.
We will do the thing that is expected when you disarm a cloak. We will just lose the cloak ahead of time.
And then how many cards do you have?
I have 4.
Oh, great. Then we will slash for 4.
I will assume a defensive. Oh no, I won't. Right, swords.
Second sword.
Do I just allow that? I might just allow that.
That's what I thought.
No. I will show off my superior technique and remove your slash from the field.
Okay.
The field is once again empty.
Seems reasonable. We're gonna lunge for 5.
Oh. All right. Um. We are going to parry, but not riposte.
Okay. We're gonna coupe that.
All right, we coupe the parry. And I am okay. For certain definitions of okay.
I figured you might be. Okay.
I just wanted you to spend more.
Seems fine. Go ahead.
Okay. So your second sword is not very... The defensive stance is not very useful when you have a second sword. And you have a low enough health, and you didn't equip a button. So,
yep. I have no item defense.
Yes. Interesting.
We're so close yet so far.
So close yet so far. I'm going to equip my own buckle.
Oh no!
Thus mitigating your second sword and being
we
really
were
sad
so
I just
close.
That other card. And then I'm going to disarm you.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yes, you will. Because I think I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you probably do.
So unfortunately, I don't have a Poise Restoration card to play here. So I will pass.
Yep, and I am going to go ahead and discard this lunge.
Yeah.
We're going to draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to drop this baby down and discard it to cause you to lose 4 poise.
That's fair. That's fair. And
not affected by item defense.
I'm tilted on a play mistake I made 3 exchanges ago.
Oh no!
Where I'm like, oh no! I could have had him if I did the cards in the opposite order, but I locked my hand out of continuing to play in that exchange.
Rip.
Oh, what a pirate! What a dishonorable man! So there's the pistol, and
nice.
That's the game. Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
I have so much taste my blade now.
Yeah, I actually had it.
Well,
I had the pistol the last turn, only for 1 turn. But when you refreshed your poise up 1, I had to get you back down so that I could make sure the kill shot worked.
Yeah, I made a couple of mistakes there. So 3 exchanges ago, I played the wrong attack. I shouldn't have led with the slash because I would have been okay with parry riposting my first attack. Because I had the disengage to back it up, so I would have nuked 2 of your cards with one of mine.
Right.
And then in this last one, I shouldn't have followed up that lunge. I should have saved it for parry riposte. So I'd have the fuel and throw an attack back at you, and then you'd have to foot.
Yep.
And potentially not have an answer for it. But I think you had the Web of Steel for a while too.
Yes, I did have the Web of Steel. I think I drew at the same time I drew the pistol, so I would have had it there at the end. And then I had a couple lunges if I had to go at it that way, but I didn't want to risk putting myself down to no poise when I was so close to being able to play the pistol.
So close.
Cool.
But yeah, there's the game. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Any
so
questions?
An epic death, mutual death, and then a very, very close victory at no poise. I very rightfully had no poise left when I shot you in the face.
Exactly. As is only appropriate.
If it weren't for the fact that this would probably not make any sense at all in a more than 2-player game, in my mind, I'm just like, when you use the pistol, you'd lose all poise. because it
Well,
just
so
makes
the tricky
sense.
thing about the pistol is it also strips you of your weapon. So if you don't have a weapon to follow or an item to follow up, used it
Right.
and lost it, then uh-oh.
Yeah. Thankfully, I drew a second sword, so
Yes.
I would have been good. So yeah, that's the game, folks. If you want to check out On Guard, you can go to the Kickstarter, which is live right now. !KS in chat. Let's see. Kit already backed it. It's doing pretty well for itself. We're up to 358 backers right there. Boom. Killing it.
Good stuff.
And yeah. Some post-game thoughts, I think, is where we're at right now. This seems like a good time for post-game thoughts. So, I don't know how much of the artwork on these cards is new versus the original, but I think it looks really nice on here. You know, obviously this is a digital simulator version of the game and not exactly what's going to be printed, I assume.
Correct.
But it does, like, thematically, everything looks like it fits, right? You get like the right immersion from it.
Yep.
I also appreciate that the game has no assumptions of what genders are engaging in these fights, which is nice. You know, from a representation standpoint, that makes me really happy. And I think the fact that the game plays quick works, right? Because it's thematically, it's a sword fighting game. So it's something that happens in short bursts, right? It's something,
Yes.
There's a flurry of exchanges, you know, and you have, you know, all these different techniques that you can use. And that comes through in the game really, really nicely. You know, you have attacks and defenses and extra items and ways to respond to kind of disarm your opponent's attacks, and, you know, ways that you can overcome that, but you're limited a little bit in terms of the fact that even though it feels like you drew a lot of cards because you have 9 cards, you don't have that many options, because whatever you go through on your turn, your opponent's going to have a full hand on their turn, and you're going to have whatever you have left. So
Yes.
that, I think, becomes a very interesting part of the game, especially as you add more players. I think that you most likely see a lot less of these deep going exchanges where people are playing like 4 or 5 cards, because you have to get through multiple turns before you can draw again. So that's really cool to me. I think,
and you also see like an interesting decision where a player allows an attack to go through, and then another player down the line is like, well, he doesn't have a way to block this, so I'm just going to put a lot of damage into this one attack, because if he just passes, I'm not going to have another opportunity to enhance my attacks. And then that attack gets blocked by the card that he chose not to spend on the first one, because he's like, I'm good with taking 2, but if someone else wants to throw 5 at me, I'll block that. And they go, and it's this cat and mouse game of, and now that player's out of resources, and I'm about to draw. So all of this chess matching.
Yeah, no, that's really cool, because it definitely does make you, you know, think about whether you can afford to go all out when you have a good hand, because it would leave you defenseless. And you're not even just thinking about what cards you have, you're thinking about what people will perceive of you, right? If they see that you have 6 or 7 cards left at the end of your turn, they don't know what those cards are, and so they may be more unwilling to go after you when it's time to choose who they go into an exchange with.
Exactly. And then they find out that you actually have nothing.
Yeah,
it was only hand of thrusts.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't help you too much. Cool. Yeah, so check out the Kickstarter, everyone. It's closing in 5 days. It is definitely going to fund. You are going to get this awesome game for only $20, which is really good, especially since you get it in January. You know that how many times you've backed a Kickstarter and they could guarantee you'd get the game next month, unless, of course, as Sam said, they decide to make you an even nicer game, and then you'll get it in May.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Cool. So, right. Sam, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was awesome. I really enjoyed getting to check this out. I know you guys are gonna have a fun time getting to put it back in print after waiting so long for the opportunity to do so.
Yep.
Cool.
It's a super fun opportunity.
If you have any questions about the campaign or the game, now is the time to ask them. I know Kit said that he already backed it, which I think is a good decision. But if you have any questions about it, Sam is here right now to answer your questions. And then we're just going to take a few moments to talk about what we have coming up next week. As I said, we are going to be doing doing another digital stream because other Sam, non-actual Sam, is in Japan right now, or China, somewhere over there. And will be for the next 3 weeks. He just left yesterday. So I'm all by my lonesome, which means we get to do fun digital games, which we've been talking about doing for a while. And if you pick up the Asmodee Humble Bundle, you can play it with us. Kit says that you need to get him sweets. Oh, no, you're talking about other Sam who's on a trip needs to get you sweets. Okay, that seems reasonable. Yeah, other Sam. He's just gonna be other Sam now. So if you guys want to pick up the bundle, type !bundle in chat, but it has a bunch of stuff. It comes with Abalone, Agricola, Herald, Colt Express, Le Havre, Pandemic, Pathfinder Adventures, Splendor, King and Assassins, Fighting Fantasy Legends, Small World, and Twilight Struggle, and 6 of those not only come on Steam, but they also come with a mobile Android version, so you get like even more games for a total of $8, which is kind of nuts, if you ask me. That's a lot of games. So we're gonna play one of those. We might play. Let's see, the Agricola one is just 2 players. We might play Colt Express. We might do some Pandemic. We could do Small World. Small World would be a good one. Ooh, it's Small World 2, excuse me. It's the which I think is the same game, but like it's an updated digital release. Like they made a digital version and then they remade it at one point, and so I think they just called it Small World 2, because the other one was still published. Yes. Oh, cool. Kit beta tested the Fantasy Legends game, the second one. Cool. So yeah, we might do Small World. Could be fun. We've been thinking about doing Small World, although I have a physical copy of that. But we'll figure something out. Maybe we'll play Le Havre. Who knows? If you guys have a suggestion from chat for what we should play from that bundle, let me know either here in chat now or on Discord later. And if you want to play with us, pick up the bundle for $8, and we will we'll get you in on the game. I think that's everything we have tonight. Sam, do you have any other announcements or cool things that is going on in the SlugFest world that we should know about?
Let's see. Jeff just production proofs of Ohava versus Gath.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Our other Kickstarter that's currently finishing up. Basically, it's the last chance to change anything.
Right.
But everything looks good, and I was going to be posting an update to that Kickstarter tomorrow-ish, or maybe just later this week.
Nice.
But yeah, our guy that runs our warehousing and that thing happened to be in at the manufacturer and snapped a photo of Murgath hot off the presses, which was kind of cool because we usually don't do that. I was like, oh, that's nifty. So
Nice.
Jeff has 3 of the standard edition and 3 of the collectors of Ohava and Murgath at his house right now. And according to him, they look great. So all signs point to on time delivery.
Nice. And when is that expected to ship?
That is a great question. Jeff said that everything looked good, so it was on time, but that's his wheelhouse. So we said February.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not looking for an insider, but
yeah,
just curious what the Kickstarter had. So February-ish.
Yes. So I mean
Nice.
February period. We don't do issues. I mean the ish should be February earlier.
Right.
But because we try to actually be on time.
Right.
So if he has physical copies, then that means the print run is probably done, and it was just if there were any emergency reprints that needed to happen.
Right.
So that stuff will probably be getting onto onto freight and headed our way in the next couple of weeks.
Awesome.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got the On Garde Kickstarter right now. We're working on finishing up the new. We have an organized play program for SlugFest games, where you can run demos of Red Dragon Inn or other games at your friendly local game store and earn fabulous rewards.
Woo! Fabulous.
Like special drink cards only available through this program, as well as pre-release versions of characters. So Murgath was an example of that. Is another. Piper, the sniper, is the next character that we're going to be doing through this program. So she's we're working on that artwork, and me and Jeff are actually meeting tomorrow to finalize the words on that one too. Cool. So she'll be joining organized play soon.
If someone was interested in getting involved in the organized play program, where would they find out about that?
They would find out about that on slugfestgames.com.
Exclamation point Slugfest in chat. Boom.
And they just want to click on this little Slug Crew.
There you go.
Tab right there at the top.
Go to the Slug Crew tab chat. Go host some games of your favorite Slugfest game at your friendly local game store. And you can get cool swag. You
can get the most cool of swag.
Indeed.
And if you wanted to get really fancy, we also have store events. So if you don't want to just only demo, run a tournament. Good golly,
that's awesome.
And Kitsume is correct. We also, if you've got local game conventions, it's kind of off season right now. But I know that when March rolls around, suddenly all of the local cons start cropping up all over again.
Oh yeah.
So you can get ahead of the game now. Try it out at a friendly local game store who wants someone running demos as we dive into the holidays and dive into your large and or small game. Oh well, I mean. A rather large one in Seattle.
There you go. Awesome. So thank you for coming out tonight, Sam. We appreciate it. This definitely looks like it's going to be an awesome game, and I'm glad you're getting a chance to reprint it. I can see why people have been begging for it to come back for 13 years now?
Something like that.
A while.
I think the first time it went up on Board Game Geek was 2 years after it already. So the Board Game Geek number is 2000, but I'm almost positive it was printed in 2000. I could be wrong though. I've been known.
There you go. Who knows? So there you have it, folks. You've got On Garde, which is a game for 2 to 6 players to do some awesome fancy sword fighting, and you can get it for only $20 on the Kickstarter right now and have it by January, which is nuts. So we are going to send you all off on a raid to Bored and Drunk, who is playing one of my favorite games that I discovered this year, which was Bob Ross' Art of the Chill, which is just a fantastically fun and adorable game. So, and from looking at the stream preview, one of the people on that stream is wearing a giant Bob Ross afro wig, which is only appropriate. So go over there, show them some love. Thanks again, Sam and SlugFest, for showing off this amazing game tonight. And we will see you all next week for an as yet to be determined digital game from the Humble Bundle. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.
All right. Have a good night.